Captain's log, June 18th, 2024. It's a rainy day in Tokyo. Currently in my room in Ueno, watching the rain. It's gonna be my first full rainy day that I go out in. So I've got my umbrella handy and I have decided that I'll go check out some museums. This is me today. I decided to go, there's a reflection. In here, full gypsy. Yeah, I'm one of those people, I can't pick out what I'm gonna wear the day before. It's all about how it feels and how it makes me feel. And actually, I mean, I'm one of those people when I go shopping with my hand, if there's for multiples or something, I have to put my hand. And you know, it's so weird. It's so weird. It's only been the last few years where I really realized that I have psychic abilities, because it's something that I've done my whole life. I mean, I've done so many sort of supernatural-ish things. It's just the last 4 years, it's all grown so much and escalated, and I've gotten new gifts. Recently started speaking in some sort of ancient language that I don't fully understand yet. That's pretty cool. Shiatro kakinina kana, seoso kisinina. Yeah, it just freaking comes out. It's so cool. I know Spirit's prepping me for my light language to come out, but some of my hand stuff is a type of light language. We call it shiatra, the energy movement dance stuff. So that's cool. I feel so freaking blessed of all these spiritual abilities and gifts and everything. So anyways, I'm gonna go see what Spirit has in store for me today. I'm sure I'm gonna see something at a museum that's gonna evoke some sort of deep reflective thought or aha thing. My job today is just to make sure that I write those suckers down so that I can think on them later when I have more time to process. You know, like right now I'm here like a sponge, just exposing myself to new stimuli and triggers in order to see what comes to me, what happens. And I have had some really emotional thoughts and feelings this morning, and that's, I think, the big thing for me today, or this morning, the realization is that I have to get away from where I've lived my entire life in order to be able to fully blossom into my own person, because there's just too much pressure. There's too much pressure at home and around the people in my community to fit into their mold. And it's not necessarily pressure that people are exerting on me directly, though there is sometimes that pressure. It's the bigger issue is that I know that people are used to me a certain way, and I am also used to masking. I've been masking my entire life and making myself smaller and less out there because I was more worried about the comfort of others and fitting in and being accepted. Well, now I'm trying to not mask. I'm trying to let myself blossom, but I can't just immediately flip a switch and just not give a freak about what I think is going on in other people's heads. I mean, the whole reason that I'm in Japan is because I was talking to my psychologist about how do I stop emotional monitoring, which is when you're on hyper alert regarding the thoughts and feelings of other people that you're around. And I can't, you know, and maybe it's worse for me because I'm a highly sensitive empath, but also because of all the trauma and stuff, which just makes that even more sensitive. But I can't turn it off. So it's not to say that there aren't people in my community that support me, but it's I'm in a important growth phase. I feel like the best way to explain this is I'm in my chrysalis phase. You know, I was a caterpillar, now I'm in my chrysalis phase, and I'm developing, and I need to be isolated so that I can blossom into whatever freaking butterfly I'm gonna be. You know, and I don't freaking know what I'm look like. You know, hopefully I have intergalactic, cosmic, space-looking wings. That would be pretty cool. You know, the glow in the dark. Yeah. But I want to be able to turn the light off in case I want to go incognito. So let's make sure that that's a thing. All right. And so it was a year or two ago, God told me that I needed to be repotted into more fertile soil. I thought he was just talking about me and Coral relocating to Ohio, but I think it's so much more than that, literally and metaphorically. So I just finished editing a video. I think the name of it's Hero, but the lyrics is like the lyrics are sort of like who's gonna save you now? Some kind of hero. Been here before. It's in my muscle memory. I'm pretty sure. I felt the synergy. There's something about your touch, something reminding me of us. Anyways, the whole song, it makes me feel deja vu. It also makes me feel more in touch with my essence. I mean, the very first thing I remember wanting to be as a little kid was the Knight of the Round Table. I wanted to be a champion for others, and in my own way, that's what I have tried to be my whole life. Is why I share so much, and I try to be as real and as authentic as possible. And I share so much about my Me Too experiences, and I like to talk about uncomfortable things. I heard a good thing for fear lately on breaking it down. Face everything and rise. And I can't always do it all at once, but I very actively and aggressively have been trying to face all of my fears throughout my life. Especially in the last couple of years, I've been dissecting like every belief, every thing in my life, and trying to determine, does it come from a place of fear? And if so, is that fear relevant? Because fear can sometimes be healthy, but most of the time it's not. Most of the time, fear is the thing that like holds you back and that keeps things from happening in your life, that keeps it imprisons you. Yeah, one video I did last night, unfortunately, if I do a lip sync and I have the earbuds in, the music gets off, and I haven't yet opened up some of the stuff on my computer to try and resync the music. I hope I can, but free your mind, the rest will follow. If you free your mind, and then I just put together a thing about the Matrix, and I mean, like, all of this stuff fits together like perfect little puzzle pieces going down a rabbit hole. Now, maybe it won't make sense to everybody. I mean, personally, I feel like I'm like, do I really have to explain what the hell this means? Like, can't I just make stuff and y'all figure it out on your own? But I like to trust that people that get it are meant to get it. And if you don't get it, then you're not meant to get it right now, because we're all on different journeys and different timelines. But I can feel and see this narrative playing throughout my life right now. And I was working on that hero thing. I kept thinking about, step 1, free myself from the Matrix. Step 2, build up my strength. Step 3, hopefully forge a path for others to also free themselves. I think if I was going to be some type of savior, I mean, I remember when God woke me up in 2020 and he told me all this BS about being like the Messiah and the second coming of Jesus and stuff like that. And like now I understand like the metaphor and what parts of that were literal. But now that I understand, I remember for a brief period when I was in the hospital, because I would go back and forth. I'd be like, what the hell is this? And I'd go back and forth between believing things literally or trying to figure out, okay, this is like a puzzle. What does this message mean? What is this communicating? But I remember thinking like, man, if I was the second coming of Christ, what I'd do? I'd show up and be like, guys, save your freaking selves, man. Save yourselves. Ain't nobody, you know what? Don't be your own freaking hero, guys. Like, don't be waiting for somebody else to come save you. Now, like if you free yourself, give other people a hand, guys. If you make it over the freaking cliff's edge, like reach back down and help pull somebody up. But yeah, that's where I'm at today. All right, it's time to go explore.